Hello, this is Mr. Chance, obviously, I think. And we have another video here. This one's for 8th grade on complete sentences. This is lesson 6.1 from Grammar for Writing, the textbook that we use in class, specifically pages 151 and 152. And what we're looking at in this video and then what you'll be looking at in class are complete sentences. And the bulk of this video is vocabulary. So there are a number of terms that you need to make sure end up in the glossary of your ELA notes, and here they are. So I will speak briefly about them, and then you can pause the video to make sure these get copied. 4 of these definitions have to do with types of sentences. So we have a declarative sentence here, exclamatory, imperative, and interrogative. Sentences are classified by what they do. And then that classification of what they do also determines what end mark the sentence has, either a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark, or what I will sometimes refer to as an interrogation point. Just because I find that amusing, I have an old grammar textbook that was published in the early 1900s that refers to question marks as interrogation points. I've always found that I don't know, funny. Anyways, the 4 types of sentences are fairly straightforward. The one to pay attention to is the imperative sentence. Imperative sentences usually end with periods, but if a command or request is strongly voiced, it could end with an exclamation point. And so it's the difference between sit down and sit down, right? One of those had a period, the other one had an exclamation point. Anyways, so let's pause your video now, please, and copy these terms into your glossary. Thank you. And now that you've copied these terms into your glossary, we're going to go ahead and continue to move on. I'm going to go ahead and delete these terms because we don't need them, right? On the whiteboard, you have them in your glossary, so that's exciting. I think that's exciting. All right, so now let's look at the difference between a sentence and a sentence fragment with the help of two examples. So here we go, 2 examples. All right, wonderful. So the first example, as you can plainly see, says, while he visited Metropolis. And at first glance, that looks like a sentence. It starts with a capital letter. There's a period at the end. There's a subject pronoun, he, and he is doing a verb. He visited. That's everything a sentence needs, right? No. A sentence has to start with a capital letter. It has to end with an appropriate end mark. It has to have a subject. It has to have a verb, but it also has to express a complete thought, right? The complete thought. And this doesn't express a complete thought. While he visited Metropolis, what? I mean, it doesn't say, right? So the next group of words is a complete sentence. While he visited Metropolis, Batman fought many villains. Aha, very good. Capital letter at the beginning and mark at the end, in this case a period because it's a declarative sentence. And we have a subject being Batman, and what did Batman do? He fought. There's my verb. Wonderful, a complete sentence. The exercise that you'll be working on in class for lesson 6.1 has 10 groups of words, and with those 10 groups of words, you're going to identify them as a sentence or a fragment. If it is a fragment, you're going to fix it, and then you're going to identify all 10 of them by type of sentence: declarative, imperative, interrogative, or exclamatory, depending on what they do. So that's it for this video. Nice and short, I think. And I will see you in class. That sounds like fun. Have fun.